not funny.
Hey guys, welcome to Lap It Up, where your driving skills are put to the test and then through the eyes of someone who doesn't have any. And today we're here with Conor Travers. You might recognise him from his YouTube channel and his popular Drawing Every Day for a Year challenge, which you can check out at the end of the show. So today we're going to be driving in the simulator world, but do you do any driving in the real world at all?
The only really experience I have driving is when we've gone like go-karting. Apart from that, nout.
And whenever we've gone go-karting, we're normally pretty neck and neck in terms of like lap times and such.
Yeah, I'd say
so do you think that might be a good advantage for you today?
Well, I'm hoping my reactions are sort of up there.
Right, so with that all said, let's get into the rules.
You'll be driving around the Short Brands Hatch circuit in the classic 1965 Mini Cooper S. You will first set a normal lap time, trying to drive around the circuit in the quickest time possible. But for your second lap, you'll be wearing one of the world's best drunk goggles. Every second will count here, so try to keep the car on the circuit as best you can. After both attempts are completed, your lap times will be added up for a final result. If your car runs off the circuit or crashes, you must still finish the lap as there are no second chances.
So here we are then, the first ever lap in the Lap It Up series with Conor Travers. Now there's going to be a lot of pressure on him today to set a decent benchmark time. And away we go, going down the start line now towards the first corner, which is Paddock Hill. A very long right-hander, so Conor needs to get onto the racing line, move over to the left-hand side and then dart across onto the right. Let's see how he does. He's on the left-hand side, which looks pretty good now. He just needs to dart across onto the right and get a clean exit. A little bit of skidding, but a pretty good corner there from Conor. Now going up the hill towards Drury's hairpin corner. Again, needing to get onto the racing line, so he needs to position his car onto the left, which he's very nicely done, and then dart across into the right. And he's gone a little bit wide there. He's just missed the apex a little bit. Oh, and he's now got the apex. Now heading back down the hill, going towards Graham Hill. A very tricky corner to get right because you don't have too much speed because then you get oversteer. Oh no!
Oh Lord, I forgot to brake. Stay on the track.
And now heading down towards the Cooper Straight into the Surgery chicane. So a little bit of time lost there for Conor, but that's not stopping him on his flying lap as we head now down towards the Surgery chicane. He's hugging it on the left-hand side and beautifully done through there. Now going into the right-hander, which is the McLaren corner. A very hard corner to get right because it means hard braking going to the right, and oh, a bit of grass cutting there for Conor. As he just goes over 1 minute on his lap time, he's now on the home straight. He just needs full acceleration and he seems to be hugging onto the right-hand side. Yes, trying to get every millisecond he can. This is going to be a very good lap for Conor for the first ever lap in the Lap It Up series. Here he comes then, full acceleration to the finishing line. And it's a 1 minute 13.673. So Conor, that was your first ever lap, and it was pretty good to be fair. So you got a 1 minute 13.673. There's a few corners which you were particularly good in, but some which weren't the best.
Yeah, I'm fairly pleased with it. I mean, I did at one point forget that I was playing. Hopefully it was made up slightly with some of the other corners.
On to Conor's second lap now, wearing the drunk goggles. It looks like he's going for the approach of putting on the goggles at the very last moment, so then in order to try and get as much information on the track as possible. Let's go with that theory, and away we go. A bit of a slow start there for Conor, but that's not going to affect him until he goes past that white line when the lap starts.
It's not funny.
It's a little bit funny as Conor is the first person to be wearing the goggles on the series.
Bloody see a thing.
Taking it very slowly, but I think he's wanting more of a clean lap without having any crashes. So he's doing the right thing of taking his time and just going around nice and carefully. He's hugging the right-hand side, so I believe he's trying to see a contrast possibly through the goggles of the green and the grey to help him out. Oh, and he's going a bit too close to the right-hand side. Now going up into the Drurid's hairpin corner. Oh, bit of moment there for Conor. Let's see how he does. Nice and calm through there. Not taking it too quickly. Very good. And nicely done. Now going down towards the hill. Now remember, in his first lap, this is where he had an oversteer moment for going a bit too quick. Let's see if he does it a little bit easier. Sticking to the racing line there, and nicely done through the corner. Now heading down the Cooper Straight, going into the Surgery chicane. Conor's picking up a bit of more speed now. I think he's starting to enjoy it a bit more. And again, he's using the right-hand side, so I think he must be using the difference of colour to try and help him out and see where he's actually going. Going down into now the Surgery chicane, which is then going into the right-hander, which is the McLaren. Again, sticking to the middle, which is pretty good. So far, he hasn't actually been off the track properly. And now going into the very last corner. But he's come out of it pretty good. Now he's just on the home stretch, and I think he's actually done a really good clean lap. Obviously not as quick as his first one, but now he's picking up the speed because he now knows it's just a straight. And again, this is a very good benchmark time, especially as he's wearing the drunk goggles for his second lap. As we now come towards the finishing line, and it's going to be a 1 minute 26.989. So, how did you find it?
It's a lot more difficult. The start's definitely the hardest because it's all concrete. You can't really tell what's going on. But yeah, no, I did surprisingly better than I thought I would.
So your first lap was a 1 minute 13.673, and your second lap was a 1 minute 26.989, almost a 127 there. So combined, you've got a total lap time of 2 minutes 40 seconds .662. Which is the quickest time we've ever had on the show. Yes. Congratulations. That is now the benchmark for someone to beat.
It'll be interesting to see how other people take the second lap. Because the second lap, where you think you are on the track, will depend on how you take certain corners. Because I mean, as you said, like I knew that I was coming towards the end. So as long as I kept straight, then I was fine.
Well, thank you very much, Conor, for being the first person on the show, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Now remember, you can check out that content by clicking the links down below, and if you want to see where everyone is at currently in the championship, look over to the right hand side. But who should be in the next episode of Lap It Up? Let me know down in the comments below, and also remember to subscribe so you're then ready for those new episodes. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.